I think. Hold on a second. Yeah, I don't want to call production guys. You got it the wrong way. Oh, they're already on it. They're already on it. Good job, guys. Nothing happened, guys. Just go back to your days. We got Nature's Prophet coming out from Infamous there. Nobody noticed. Don't worry. OGA Magi coming out from Business Associates. Yeah,
Okay,
Prophet
so-
got changed a little bit, didn't he? His treants don't give as much, but he doesn't have as much armor, right?
Yeah, he doesn't have. He has 2 less armor and that's a pretty big deal for the laning stage. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So we got Ember first pick, and I think the reason why they went for the Ember first is because last game they picked it last. It didn't even make any sense because if you're gonna pick this hero anyway, why don't you just take it
Yeah.
right away, right? Like they even picked it into counters, and it did well. But at the end of the day, like you might as well just pick it earlier so you can get other counters later. So they took the Ember. Business Associates go for the Ogre Magi. Now Ogre can be played as a 5 or it can be played as a 4. I think 3 is not really that popular, but it's a really strong laner. Can provide bloodlust for your carry, can make any carries into hyper carries, which is really nice. Infamous with the NP pick. I think it's not that good in the laning stage, but NP is still the same hero. Like, well, it's kind of hard to say though, right? Because they changed his talent where he doesn't have that 8 armor at level 15 either, so it's not super tanky, but he still does like a hell of a lot of damage throughout the game, and he can farm very fast. That's the one thing about MP that's still good.
Yeah, he's always going to slap. He's always going to be that dude, especially with the Wrath of Nature. You know, no changes to that, giving him the extra damage, so he's always going to be a pain in the ass. And the Doom, a hero we're not really used to seeing right now, but definitely looking pretty strong after all these buffs coming forward for him.
Yeah, I think he's actually pretty good lately. He can be played as an offlaner, he can be played as a 4, he can even be played as a mid. I think MV also plays that hero as a mid laner. And I think one of the reasons why they took it is because of the Ember. So you got like this really easy way to kill the Ember off with just throw a Doom on him, right? It's great against Void Spirit, Ember Spirit, Storm Spirit, Anti-Mage. Not that good against AM. It's sometimes hard to catch him, but if you can, it's good. The most popular builds with Doom right now is the phase drums, and you just run at people. It's so annoying, especially throughout the early game. So it's gonna be solid.
Fast Doom is a problem. And yes, change the talents around with that one as well. So 10 talent was changed from plus 16 Scorched Earth damage, plus 2 seconds Doom duration, but then level 15 talents changed from the Doom duration to plus 30 Scorched Earth damage. So that's going to be annoying, level 15, if that's going to be a factor. But then again, you're also contending with the plus 120
GPM.
Devour bonus gold. Yeah, pretty much GPM. Pretty much the only GPM talent left. So that one's also a pain. And also the changes to Devour as well. Level 1 now gives you 50 gold. As opposed to 20.
That's big.
Yeah, that's pretty insane.
That's
as a
very
bonus
big
for the hero.
For sure. So we got some interesting bans this game. Businesses are actually banning out AM, even though they did beat it last game, and it's obvious why, right? Because Clinks is gone.
Yeah,
Clinks is such a great hero against Anti-Mage, and then this game, they're obviously not going to want to go for a Templar Assassin again or something like that. Or it probably won't work 2 times, so they actually ban it out. They do respect the hero, after all. But last game they didn't need to ban it because they had a Clinks. So yeah, other heroes like Monkey and Wraith King, I think they're really special heroes for the Infamous carry player. He likes playing those guys. And then on the Infamous side, they just get rid of Kunkka, Shaker, Timber, some disables. Timber is actually still a very good hero. I think he got slightly buffed as well in the last patch. It wasn't like anything big or something like that, but he's very annoying to deal with for some carry heroes if they're just going to the offlane or something. Or it can still be good mid too, depending on his matchup. Ooh, Bane. Okay.
Bane. Yeah.
Interesting.
Always annoying hero. Someone who can just kind of hold the Doom off, maybe interrupt it with a Nightmare, just hold the fort down against these heroes they picked so far. And also, if you can dodge a Laguna in there as well, that's pretty nice. Or even just dodge any Alina's nukes, really, it can be a pretty big game changer. But I did a couple of interrupts already for the Bane as well, so not like an amazing Bane game, but just a pretty value pickup.
I mean, you mentioned Doom. Actually, Bane is a solid counter to Doom because Scorched Earth, which is a long cooldown, you just click sleep on him and he just walk away. So he can't chase you down, right?
Yep.
So you can delay his way to battle if you actually put his spell on cooldown. And I like Business Associates picks. You know who this picks from? This is the draft that Crazy run. Ogre Magi Lina support combo. If you remember, they played the exact same thing yesterday. They also played it against 4 Zoomers. Lina's going to be the position 4 most likely with the Sanking at the 3, and this is going to be a Doom at the 2. So I believe Eternal Envy is going to play this Doombringer in this game. Now,
I'm
Infamous
excited.
might not know that, and they might think that's a Lina middle, Sanking 3, and Doom 4, or something like that. But it is, I'm pretty sure it's going to be like E playing the Doom here, I think. And the Lina 4 is really nice because it helps you lane well and also push out lanes and have some burst damage available on your lineup. Oh no. That is really bad for Infamous. Because now they just pick Morphling into Doombringer, right? So Doom can, you can just Doom the Morph. And at the same time, this Morph is gonna fight up against a Sanking and a Lina. So there's 2 stuns in his lane, where the Lina is gonna keep poking at him too. So it could be really, really hard lane for this Morphling.
Why did Infamous keep doing this, man? Like, Morphling isn't a hero which likes being stunned from fog, It's the same thing as Ember Spirit. These 2 heroes absolutely loathe being stunned from fog. And you've got Lina and Sand King, 2 heroes which can very much do that. They're obviously looking at this Ember Spirit and going, all right, these are 2 heroes which can deal with that very well. Let the Doom come in and get off his stun as well, or his Doom or whatever. And now you pick the Morphling as well, another hero which doesn't like this. So I am questioning Infamous' carry of choice. I hope I'm going to be proved wrong here, but I don't see this being an excellent Morphling game. And also, you've got 2 huge Spirit Vessels on this game already. The Doom and the Sand King both love buying that item, and
For sure.
Shiva's Guard as well. These 2 heroes love rushing this item, which again is going to be that HP reduction or HP regeneration reduction. I can't remember what the exact terminology is, but Morphling don't like it. That is what I know. So this is going to be a pretty rough Morphling game, I think. Needs to be really far ahead. Good shotgun, I guess, for the Lina, but yeah, otherwise meh.
It is very hard with Shivas and stuff like that. I think Business Associates can even go for like a TB this game. I think there's 3 carries that Moose probably thinking about: TB, Spectre, and Luna. And now that there's a Legion pick here, I think TB might be a little bit less, like, lower on that list.
Yeah, that illusion clears could be a problem.
Yeah, and they know that NP. They also know that NP is going to be like a support, right? It's going to be either a 5 or a 4 this game, or maybe Ember could be the support at the 4, and NP can be at the position 2. So
yeah, we've seen that a little bit around this region.
I think these are the 3 carries that he's probably thinking about, like Luna, TB, and Spectre. They all pair very well with OGA Magi as well. So let's see what they actually go for.
Yeah, you really don't want to go TB into Morph Legion, surely, right? Because then you're going to give Morph the Metamorphosis, and Legion just kills your illusions. So
yeah, I mean, to be honest, like, Morphling with meta is not that bad because they have so many ways to deal with it. They have Sanking, Lina, Doom. They have like a crazy amount of disables. Like, Morph is not just going to be able to stand there and fight, I think, that easily in this game. And TB is going to be decent if there wasn't a Legion, because he might have been playing against a Nature's Prophet, and having high armor, utilizing that Bloodlust well is also very good. Bane also doesn't do anything against Terrorblade. He's just going to die to like a bunch of illusions. Like, they don't have the illusion clear on the side of Infamous, but now that the Legion gets picked up, it will go like way lower, I think, on the list of priority for Business Associates,
I think so. All right, final pickup now from Business Associates. What is your carry going to be? Anything crazy? You think anything super left field could be coming out? Maybe the CK seems really bad, but I've been waiting to see CK for a while.
No, not CK.
One day, maybe.
CK is like one of those heroes where you have so high expectations. It's like the most disappointing thing ever. Ursa!
Yeah, he's a bit of an anticlimax. Oh, okay. This is one we didn't think about, but yeah, still very much a popular hero.
Why. Yeah, he did get quite nerfed though in the recent patches. First skill especially has become much weaker. Let me go look at the patch notes really quick so I know what's happening. But it is pretty good against the LC here. It also works well with the Ogre Magi. I thought I'd just remove this hero from my mind after I saw the nerfs yesterday. So Earth Shock, slow reduced. At max level, it's down from 55 to 40%. And then the cooldown has been increased. Level 1, 11, 10, 9, 8. So previously it was 6 seconds at max level. And then in Rage, this is a big one. Level 1 in Rage cooldown has gone from 50 to 70.
Wow. A whole extra 20 seconds shoved on that one, which is a big deal when you look at us. This hero wants to be very active. Yeah. He wants to be constantly putting on pressure on TME team and fighting these fights. And that's quite not going to be the case anymore. But still, they feel is strong enough to pick it, and Business Associates will be going for the Ursa this game. And he's going to be the one looking to pack a punch here. I mean, there's a decent amount of damage across the board, the Lina, Sand King, but the Ursa is going to be the one with a single target, really trying to nuke down these heroes, especially the ones when they get doomed up or get called out. And I think that is the main reason they picked this Ursa, right? They want the overpower and fury swipes and maybe like the basher or something else just to nuke somebody down when they catch them out so they can take care of this Morphling or this Ember before they have a chance to get themselves out of the situation and maybe live out the doom.
Yeah, so they actually got debated a little bit because now the NP is going to the side lane and Legion's going middle. So this Ursa pick is not going to feel too hot anymore, at least for the lane. Because the Ursa is going to be fighting up against an NP and the Ember bottom. But on the other hand, though, NP does have less armor in the lane. So as an offlaner, he is going to be far more fragile. So if the Ogre can somehow make his way around this NP, get a nice ignite on him, Ursa can Earthshock him and just chase him down. There's a lot of potential to kill off this Nature's Prophet.
Alrighty, let's get into it. Game number 2 of Infamous versus Business Associates here at the OGA Dota Pit NASA region. Let's get into it. What do you think of Infamous's chance of taking in taking this game number 2?
I think this game they're gonna do way better than they did in game 1. And another debate is gonna be Morphling middle against Doombringer. It's not gonna even be the Legion Commander. They're changing it up. The carry is going to the mid lane.
Dang, so this is some 4D chess.
Yeah. Exactly, and Ursa is also running bottom. Oh my goodness, they're dodging the Nature's Prophet. They want to put the Sanking against the NP as well. What is happening?
A lot is happening. There's a lot.
There's a lot indeed.
Do you think we're gonna get any musical lanes? I don't think any of these matchups are bad enough to warrant having to run across the map to avoid them, though. That is one thing I would say.
Yes, but for both teams, I agree.
Yeah. Looks like Envy's heading off somewhere, though. Don't know. It looks like him and Brax are swapping. Or something. No, surely not, right? Doom has to be mid. I don't know.
Yeah, I think Doom will be middle in the end. Like, there's no point to put Sanky middle either. Like, against a Morphling. Yeah. Morphling will just deny all your creeps and just kill all your creeps, too. It's actually even worse. Might as well just let the Doom go mid. But at the end of the day, whoever he plays against mid lane, he's going to be free farming. Unless he plays against Lina mid, which I don't think snaking is going to be mid.
No, I don't think so. That's a wise call, sir.
No, this is a really good idea by Infamous. It's actually very, very good idea to put the Morphling mid this game.
I'm very much behind it. I think it increases their chances of just kind of running over all these lanes quite significantly. I'm interested to see where the Prophet ends up going versus the Sand King or not. I think that's a pretty big one. Because he wants to be versus the Ursa, doesn't he?
Mm-hmm, for sure. So he can just keep hitting them. Legion obviously wants to avoid that. Why is he showing bottom with his Legion? What's wrong with him?
He's taunting as well. He's just like, "Hey everyone, just in case you want to the lanes, I'm here." And Moo's like, "All right, thank you very much. Yeah, I'll head top."
I'm so confused. This is all information, you know. You can't be doing this, especially when your team is lane swapping. I'm pretty sure he's not even listening to his team. He's like, his team's like, "Yo, you go bottom, Legion," and he's like, "Okay," and then that's it. Like, unless there's some next level shenanigans, I don't know what's happening. Because now the Doom also knows he's not laning against Legion anymore, right?
Yeah, true enough. Well, yeah.
So he can adjust his thoughts and stuff. Like, normally what happens is when you lane swap and the heroes meet middle or something, and you don't know that person was going to be mid, you haven't already like switched your mindset against who you're going to battle, right? Because all these pro players are always thinking like who they're going to lane against, what they're going to do in the lane, how the next minute's going to go, how they're going to pull aggro and such things. And then suddenly if the hero is different, like you're going to have this, mental disadvantage, all right? So now he knows it's a Doom mid.
Mind is going to implode. And here we see Envy just going for the Devour straight off the bat, immediately taking the first creep for that fee gold. Loving it. Loving life right now. Fortunately, the regeneration was nerfed, so it's now only 2 regeneration, as opposed to the 3 it used to be. Not super noticeable. Alright, let's have a look at these side lanes. So up top, we're going to have Mr. Michael on the Ember Spirit, and currently Pepita, so this is a support Ember, versus Brax on the Sand King. And right now they are tri-laning it. Snaking's being chased in the trees here, actually, as Moose, Snaking, and Fear all down the bottom lane on the Ogre, the Ursa and the Lina, and they're looking in towards Excelga now, and he could be in some trouble. He's being beaten in right now. He's trying to make his way over towards his Legion Commander, but he's not getting away from this one, I don't think. Moo's just swiping through him right now. The right click's coming in. Michael trying to help out, but it's not going to be able to do anything here, as they will get first blood onto Axel. Meanwhile, the chain's coming down. Fear's dropping pretty low here. Michael trying to finish the job here, but KXY's got to be careful as well. He's got these right clicks coming through onto him, but he can just back himself away. A messy skirmish down in the bottom lane results in a death for the side of Infamous. So Moo's going to be pretty happy with how this one's gone down for them. And Fear just continuing to chase. So yeah, this is really actually a tri lane being run from Business Associates here.
Yeah, very interesting. Normally, we don't see a lot of tri lanes. The small camp is blocked as well by the Ogre Manager earlier, so there's no camp there. They can't get an easy pull going. The Bane brings a healing salve to the Legion Commander bottom. I mean, I think this is going to benefit Business Associates quite a lot, especially since they already got first blood.
Snaking could be in some trouble here. They're coming through from the 3 heroes of Infamous here, but Michael's just the only one left really chasing him here, and I don't think he's going to get this kill, and even bringing himself quite severely out of position here. And Moo's going to jump him. In comes a slow from Moo, stun from Fear, snaking. He's got the LSA to throw down as well, and Michael, that's a huge overextension from him, and he is going to get punished for it heavily.
Yep, and Brax is gonna have a jolly old time top, right? He's just gonna click Sandstorm and just chill. He's got the Caustic as well, the new Caustic.
Yeah, it's an interesting one.
It does, I mean, it does damage when you kill the target that has it on, and it's like also has like an Orb of Venom kind of effect on it too. I kind of like it. I really do like it.
Yeah, it seems like a pretty value spell now. It really does. Especially at later on in the game, you know, having this spell scaling is really an interesting idea. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see some strength carries explode for 22%.
Close.
Now against the Morphine as well, so we
mid.
could see some memes. Anyways.
Yeah, for sure. I want to see Morphling steal Sanking, like morph into him and kill people.
Legion,
that thing is really good.
He is very much dead in this bottom lane, and Michael's also getting the right click thrown to him as well. Excelgen is trying to slow down the Ursa with the Nightmare. And now they just turn their attention towards the Bane instead. Business Associates don't care who the targets are, they're just going to keep on charging it, whoever it may be. And this aggression is paying off for them right now in this bottom lane, as once again turning on to Michael. These low cooldown stuns just constantly flying out from Business Associates, getting them kill after kill in this bottom lane. This is really bad from Infamous right now, as they've currently fed 4 kills to the side of Business Associates.
Yeah, this is not looking good for Infamous at all. I don't think they have any idea what they should be doing in this lane. The Ogre stun into a Lina stun follow-up with the Ursa doing so much damage. They also got that Earth Shock that can help the Ogre close the gap and be able to land that stun too. It's just so scary for them to fight. I feel like the Legion needs to skill press the attack, bait out one of his teammates, and press the attack them, you know? And try to bait out some of those skills like that. But he doesn't have it. He's got like other skills leveled up.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely want to max the overwhelming odds, so I imagine he'll get it at level 4, hopefully. Definitely don't feel the moment of courage being particularly useful right now. Small stuns coming down onto the Legion Commander, and KXY able to Fairy Fire up and wand up as well. Gets himself out, and that's a big overwhelming odds, landing onto 3 heroes, but snaking, they just don't have the range. That seems to be the problem right now. Spirit does now have the point inside of Fist, so has got a little bit of jump here at the very least. Business Associates realize this, and they are keeping their distance in this trial. And let's take a quick glance over towards mid now, as it does seem we're going to get a break in the action in the bottom lane. And right now, Pakas, he's loading up into Envy right now, and is doing pretty well for himself, 27-8 to the 24-3 off Envy. But of course, Envy has that Devour, so it's going to be making himself a decent amount of gold at the same time as well.
Bounties 2 for 2. Yeah, I mean, I'm quite surprised Envy is doing this well. I guess he's been devouring a lot of the creeps in the lane, so Morph hasn't been able to deny as many, because normally we do see the Morphling go into the jungle. Oh, he's got the Ogre creep, dude. This is the most insane creep for Doombreaker. Look at his armor. Look at that.
Yeah, casual 14 armor under that tower there. That's what you like to see. Good luck, Morphling.
Dude, Ice armor creep is just absolutely insane. Like, if you get this, you just become unkillable almost. Top lane, Papita. Papita.
Oh, he's dropping pretty low here. That right click's doing a lot of damage to the arm chains. Oh, that's a bold TP, so that's not going to happen. Meanwhile, down at bottom, they're going to get the kill onto KXY. Moo, though, might pay the price. The chains come down, the right clicks come in, and they'll get that kill onto the Ursa. Fear trying to chase down Excel here. They don't have anybody else coming in, though. It's just Fear all by himself with this big tanky Ogre. Knows he can take it 2 versus 1, no problem. So he's going to continue just to hit some creeps in this lane, and they'll have to respect him, unfortunately.
Yeah, or he can take it ogres can take a lot. They're very, very tanky.
Pretty rough stuff, but Peter's actually making his way down to the bottom lane now as they jump forward onto Fear, but they don't have the lockdown to keep him controlled up, and Michael has to back himself away. And it's going to be KXY going up the top, but Brack's more than happy just to TP himself down to that bottom lane and make the corresponding swap here. MV's actually turned up a bottom lane. Okay.
They want to take this tower bottom, maybe, but they don't have a catapult here. I think this is a big wasted movement by Business Associates. I really don't like this movement here at all. Like, it would make sense if they had a catapult, but they don't have a catapult. Maybe they can try to kill a hero with a Doom, but even then, this Morphling is just going to free farm during all that time. Look at that Morphling efficiency right there. Illusion, clearing creep camps in the jungle, while he's farming middle.
Yeah, he's doing it all right now. Meanwhile, Stun comes down onto the Lina right now. Pekka stealing the light strike array from him, and KXY trying to takes him down here. Doesn't have the six, doesn't make a difference though. They get the kill all the same.
That was an impressive kill, I'm not gonna lie. I did not expect that something like that to work out in the end. But the NP with the Wrath and then the overwhelming odds, the Lina stuns, like it actually worked out. So nice kill. Now they pressure mid, and all of a sudden NB is feeling really bad that he TP'd to the bottom lane. He wasn't really able to accomplish anything.
Yeah, all things considered, once again, you know, we see Infamous kind of getting pretty good stuff out of this laning phase. You know, the Legion Commander suffered a bit, but their Prophet and their Morphling are doing pretty damn well for themselves. So we'll see how this translates into the mid game. I think a strong Morphling definitely feels like a nice thing to have on your team. And Pekka's here just kind of coming into MB, and he's like, well, I know you're probably going to want to doom me, so I'm just going to make sure I'm quick on my fingers, constantly hovering over that strength shift. Don't want to be caught out morphing Agi against a Doom, that's for sure.
Yep. And that is 100% sure death if you ever do that. Mr. Moo, he wants to fight top. Here comes the TP from the Sand King. Doom also has the TP ready.
This is so scary. Bloodlust allows him to max Earthshock and Fury Swipes instead. Now going on to Peter. Peter throws up the trees, but unfortunately won't be escaping from this one. Meanwhile, Brack's looking for KXY at the same time as well. That's not really going to happen. Meanwhile, it's so good. TPing out is successful in doing so. And it's not super bad here. And yeah, especially with Pekka's putting the pressure here into mid massively, actually.
Yeah. Snaky was able to secure the bottom tower during that time. Because the reason why they were able to make that play top is they noticed Infamous was not going to defend bottom. So they just left Snaky in there to take that tower, and they went to defend the top. They do get a really good kill. They're actually going to get another good kill here.
Oh dear, my good friend. That is not where you want to be. Caught out by Brax. And this Sandstorm just kind of cutting him down.
His XP is not very high either on this Ember Spirit. So that's going to hurt because he really wanted that wave that was coming into the tower top lane. I mean, these are really good like anti-pressure moves from Business Associates. Even though they aren't dealing with the Morphling, they know as long as they kill everybody else, they can just doom up this Morph later in the game and kill him off like once or twice, and he's gonna be like out of the game at some point, right? So they're just trying to make sure that Infamous can't take any towers on the Silence, and they're just controlling up the Silence and just making sure they can get enough gold XP from this map with what they do have and what they can do.
Yeah, it's pretty much a case of trying to ignore the Morphling and then hoping they can deal with him later on, I guess. Meanwhile, the Nature's Prophet, he's going for this mech build, so he's not going to be as kind of high impact as the Morphling. Again, just kind of playing around this Morph definitely is going to be the factor of this Infamous. In fact, the whole game, everyone in this game is playing around this Morphling. A lot of pressure onto Pekka's this game, I'd say.
For sure. This Ursa is going for a Battle Fury build still. I mean, he doesn't have a lot of like last hits, but he's been part of a lot of kills, right? And he has 4 kills on himself right now. I wonder if like he feels the nerfs that Ursa got hit with on that Earthshock. It seems quite effective though, but that's because they tried it.
Yeah, it's also Legion Commander getting tied up here, but yeah, it's also the fact that OGA and Ursa is also a really nice combo because, as I briefly mentioned before, you can skip the overpower and feel fine about it. You know, usually you feel like you lack a little bit of damage output if you skip the overpower and Ursa and just go Fury Swipes and Inertia, even though pretty much everyone does it. You're still not going to have that huge burst potential, but with the overpower and then the Fury Swipes damage at level 3, it's very hard to play into for the enemy team. You just have this really high impact Ursa running around the map and doing a ton of damage.
That's pretty good. Drums phase complete. He's got the Faded Brooch on his Doom too. He's race car build almost online. He's going for a straight BKB this game. That's kind of interesting.
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering about that as well, because they have the Bane, like they don't have a ton of super high impact magic spells which can be blocked by BKB, but Emmy just wants to be the guy. He just wants to be the guy running at their faces.
He wants to be the unstoppable beast. He just wants to be able to click BKB, run in, and if he's either Morphling, he just wants to click Doom on him.
Yep. Definitely the plan here as the Morphling is now stunned up. A little bit early on the pressy attack there, but Pakaz's going in on this one. He's got to be careful though. He's used the waveform to get in on this fight. They just keep him alive here. And the pump faking that Doom right now does get it off in the end as a Morphling's in the Ursa form, so has to back himself away. Meanwhile, damage coming down onto the Envy with the duel coming out. Not enough to get the kill now. Only the Sand King's really dropped. Oh, okay, make it 2 as Lita goes down, but they look for a return kill. Fear is dead though. It's a 2-on-4 right now. 2-on-5, sorry. As they look forward to Moo here. Moo's going to get killed off. Pakaz is back, undoomed, fresh and ready to fight. And Envy might well get run down here. Although that said, they just decided it's too much work. They're like, hey, you know what? That looks really hard. Let's go do other things. We can push towers. We can farm creeps. We don't need to chase this Doom around the map for 4 hours. So fair enough. Yeah. Infamous, great engagement from them though.
They had no mana left on any of the heroes to be able to chase down the Doom. So that fight started with the Bane gripping up and then Sand King canceling the grip right away. But then Brax didn't kind of like backpedal out of there and got killed off like from the start of the fight. And I think the Sand King is a very important hero in the clashes, right? He's got that big stun. The Sandstorm does a hell of a lot of damage. He's got to value his life just a little bit more. And Business Associates, I think they kind of overestimated their abilities with the Doom. It did go off on the Morphling, but all the Morphling had to do was just walk away while the Nature's Prophet, the Legion, the mech, everything just doing its work in that last team fight. If you look at BA side, like the only team item they have right now is the drums, where Radiant has that mech and they have the drums on the Legion as well. So they got like a lot of fighting potential in their lineup.
BA pretty violently underestimating Infamous's ability to fight there in the middle lane, and they pay a very big price for it as now they are set onto the back foot. Infamous given the space they need to try and turn this game into their favor. I say turn it, I mean it's that fight turned into their favor. Now they just get to chill a bit and farm a bit more of their Morphling, who is looking for that Ethereal Blade.
I think the fights are much different if the Sand King doesn't die. Brax needs to value his life, and if he can get a good epicenter or just be able to have long-lasting sandstorms in clashes or get a few burrow strikes off, that's exactly what BA actually need.
That extra level of control and team fight is going to be very important in this game. That's for sure. Bane ulti in the bottom lane onto the Lina. Michael's coming to join in with this one as well, and this is going to be a kill. Nicely done. Peter coming in with the huge team fight impact there. Gank impact there with the singular right click to claim the kill. His team are definitely happy about that. Yeah, KXY, they're taking the tower. He's running forwards here. He's looking for a target maybe, but Envy's right behind here, and he's got that Doom, but the Morphling is out of there. Immediately waveforming out with the extra range. See you later, Envy. Doesn't want anything to do with this guy.
That looks so scary. A Bloodlusted Doom just running at you. And he's very, very fast too.
Let's see Bloodlust BKB Doom. I want to see how big this guy gets.
Oh, it's real thick. That's for sure.
The wages of fear.
Daddy Doom coming into the fights. I love how he just strolled out of the last fight as well. They actually decided it's just not worth their effort to try and kill him. They're just like, hey, you know what? This guy, he's got ice armor. He's got more armor than Truck, and he's fast with the phase boots and drums. You know what? Just leave it. We got better things to do with our time.
Yeah, I think the plan for Infamous here is just to keep on splitting and getting this Morphling to his E-Blade first, and then once they get E-Blade, they'll try to smoke up So right now they see the Legion, the Lina by herself. So this is the thing about these farm heavy position 4 players, right? They're always split pushing all by themselves. That's how they get all the farm. They don't get farmed because they're killing you nonstop. They're getting farmed because they're split pushing and exactly. They're split pushing and making a lot of pressure happen on the map. So you can always try to like kill players like Sinking, for example. I mean, he does have 3 deaths in this game. But this time around, the ward bottom showed that Infamous is rotating to kill him, and they instantly make a call to go into the Roshan pit. And they also have sentries in this area, so they know that Infamous don't actually see them. Very good call on the side of Infamous. And this is why he split push, actually, to make opportunities like this possible.
Yeah, really sick from Business Associates here. They will get the tower for it, but no means worth it. That Aegis is a huge deal, and going to give Infamous a lot of momentum in this game. Sorry, but Business Associates a lot of momentum in this game. Back to farming Infamous. Let's see if we can get the shotgun up. I mean, Morphling's pretty much there. He's one more creep camp, and he's got that shotgun.
Structures are fortified.
Who does he take out this game, though? I mean, it's pretty much just the Lina, right? Everyone else is going to survive the shotgun. Maybe Yerser if he's got range down, but...
I think you go for Sanking when he blinks in. He's such a big kill. That's for sure. If you try to go for Lina, who's probably the furthest hero behind, you're gonna expose yourself to the Doombringer, the Sanking, the Ogre Magi, all these heroes to try and kill you, right? Like, you don't need the E-Blade to actually one-shot someone. You need the E-Blade to bring someone low enough to start the fight. Like, that's also a possibility to play with.
Yeah, when you have someone locked down, just the extra oomph to finish the job.
Exactly. If you look at Dire's lineup, it's not like they can heal somebody back up to full. Oh, Snaking though, it's gonna get TP down.
Duel comes out on Snake in the backlines. Lena's gonna get taken out. Meanwhile, Packet just takes down Brax with the shotgun. Oh my goodness, that was a lot of damage. And now they're going towards Fear. Meanwhile, on the sides, Moo and Envy just trying to sneak themselves away. Fear might not be so lucky. They close the gap and bring down Fear. This Morphling is pretty damn strong right now. Ripping through the lines of Business Associates. Even with that Aegis in their hands, they are not looking that strong right now.
This morph into Sanking is going to be the doom of Business Associates. Like, that hero is not a joke when Morphling gets it. It's going to have high cast range. He's going to be able to burrow in, stun someone long enough, burst them down. It's very, very scary for BA right now. Like, this Morphling E-play, we talked about how as soon as he gets it, they're going to go, right, take a fight. And that's exactly what they're doing.
I don't want to be the guy taking the low-hanging fruit here, but it really does feel like... I mean, what has Envy done this game on the Doom?
Farmed.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of farm. He's 0-0-0. I just realized that. He's actually 0-0-0 in this game. I mean, he's farmed a lot, though. That's for sure. That Devourer is putting in mad work, right? I mean, he's thinking a lot about dooming up the Morph and trying to get the kills on him, but... he's kind of avoiding.
Let's get Envy on the board here. See if he can get himself the assist onto Pepita. Pepita being kept alive a little bit here. Moo trying to close the gap, but they will be able to get on top of him and bring down Pepita. But they're in a bad position right now. Bane's going to get taken down. Pickers trying to look for the pickoffs around the sidelines here as the Doom comes down onto the Ember Spirit. Ember Spirit will be kept alive, however, and they pop the Aegis on the side of Moo. So Doom very much wasted in this engagement. Not entirely bad for Infamous, but losing the Prophet is a pretty big deal.
Yeah, they did lose the Prophet, but I think this gives them an opportunity to actually smoke up and make a play happen for Infamous, because Doom is on cooldown, Ursa doesn't have Aegis anymore. So whoever they catch on the map should be a sure kill. Yeah. So I actually think the reason why Eternal Envy hasn't had a lot of impact is because he went for the BKB first instead of like a Blink Dagger or something. Yeah. Something that allows him to initiate into the fight. And he also has the Ice Armor creep instead of, let's say, a Centaur. Like, Blink Centaur gives you a lot of fighting capabilities right away. But he's playing more like a hard carry kind of Doom, and he just really doesn't want to die. And he wants Infamous to run into him and die, instead of him having to run into Infamous.
Interesting strategy versus the Morphling game, but we'll see if it pays off for him. Meanwhile, Bounty's grabbed 2 for 2. It looks like it's going to be nothing exciting about that. Oh, wow. Fear's going for a Midas. He's got the Philosopher's Stone, he's going for Midas. Fear, he just wants that cash money, baby.
Yeah, he wants to scale, man. He wants to scale. I mean, the new Midas
buffed.
It should work. It should work for the Ogre Magi quite well.
I mean, really? We're heading for like a 25-minute Midas at this point. Are you sure about that, Steven?
Why not? Hey, I mean, he's going to get a lot of XP, right?
Sure, but
Like-
Mimai's just going to get murdered
Whoa.
by Pakas right here. Yeah, I mean, just saying, if he had a Glimmer Cape, maybe that would happen.
duel!
Oh, they find the jewel, they find the Ursa. This
so
is bad now. Moves in a bit of trouble, and by a bit of trouble, I mean a lot. Although that said, Brack coming in through here, getting the return kill onto KXY. Meanwhile, Pakas going to steal the SK form, keep him locked down, and they'll get the kill onto Brax as well. He finds one, but yeah, that's once again Business Associates dropping the soap time and time again, and Infamous taking full advantage of their position.
Man, that yeah, I guess that kill from the Sanking was worth it too. But this game, it feels like it's slipping away from BA quite quickly, because once the Morph gets Satanic SNY, and then he might even go for a Lincoln's too. Why not, right? They have so many okay, cancel the TP.
Yeah, nice jump away from Morphling there, just not letting Envy get off the Doom or anything onto him.
Yeah, I feel like an SNY Satanic Morphling is really annoying to deal with this game. That's what I'm beginning to believe for BA, and he's getting really big now.
God, he's got the full Sanjin Yasha actually on him right now. Yeah, Pakas is he's the boss. He is the boss. Envy wanted to
And
be
look at his
daddy,
NP
but
too.
Radiant are
He's not.
scanning.
His MP is so tanky now as well, right? Like, he's got very high net worth, he's got good team items, he's gonna get Vlad's, that's gonna help Morphling heal back up in the fights as well. And they also have the Legion to cover the Morphling too, in case he actually does get stunned in a bad position. This game is looking quite good for Infamous.
Certainly is. And now they look for something. Jump in, duel onto the Sand King once again here. Pagas going to help out with the shotgun. Not quite perfect from Pagas there, as he goes for the high strength E-Blade, but it's all good. They still find the kill. And now they look towards Snaking as well. Snaking running to the trees. Papita not afraid to keep on chasing here whatsoever, as he uses the Wrath of Nature, then the Sprout for the Vision. That's going to get them the kill onto Snaking. Snaking buyback into this one. It's Envy with the BKB Doom out onto the Morphling, but unfortunately, he's got that Strength Morph coming off here, so he's absolutely dandy. I say that though, they're surrounding him. 4 heroes laying into him, and that is Pakas dead. Leon Michaels comes around the back, gets a kill onto Fear, and TPs himself away. So it's going to be a trade, but the Morphling finally going down. The Morphling can bleed. Now what else can they do with this? 40 seconds of him being dead. Is there anything Business Associates can take on this map right now? Maybe Roshan again, but no, that's going to be another minute 20. Not really anything they can do with this time.
They can't do anything. They can only go back and push out the lane. And this is the power of Infamous fighting on Business Associates side of the map, right? And the sad thing is here, they actually bought back on the Sanking and the Lina. So they lost 3 heroes, 2 buybacks, and they got the Morphling for it.
But here's the biggest thing about this fight, is that Fizz just bought his Midas. Oh yeah, 23-minute Ogre Midas. Let's go. He's even looking for the big count as well.
He got it! He got it.
Money.
Is under attack.
Okay, listen. Ogre is the one hero where if you buy a late Midas, it can still be worth it because you can like catch up, you know, from all the Midas uses because it procs, right? You know what's one of my favorite items on Ogre is the Atos build. It's so fun. Like,
yeah.
I see
multiple
Atos flying out, it just locks down like 3 heroes or something. It's so triggering.
Pretty
My
funny.
Goodness. For the opponent.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense for Fear to go Midas now, you know. He's a dad and everything. He's become more responsible in late years, knows that money's important, save up, get your kid through school. This Midas going to help out with that.
Top tower is
He's a
under
smart guy,
attack.
Fear. Smart guy.
Dire are
Yeah,
scanning.
it's the best part for sure with the Midas is going to be the XP that you get. That's for sure. If you got a very high level Ogre Magi, that thing is quite scary. That's for sure too.
Yep. Yeah, those stats, those spells has a lot of impact. And there's some pretty nice talents as well on this hero. Buddy. Oh, okay, all right. Kind of let himself take a couple of hits there from those Morphling illusions before he even reacted, but
Yeah, he knows his Midas is on cooldown. It doesn't matter if he dies. He's good.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
nice jump away here from Brax. Is it nice enough though? Actually turns around with the stun, going in. Buddy, that was not the play. Light Striker 8 down onto 2. Moo trying to jump into this one as well. They're trying to deal damage to the Morphling right now, but they can't really find him in the front lines of this fight. He's just kind of turning into the Ursa, doing his own thing. Gonna get doomed up here, interestingly. Does change back into the Morphling, but doesn't have the Strength Morph going, so could still be in some trouble. Trying to turn it around to Envy here, but can't really fight up into him. KXY's got another heal in 4 seconds. Can they keep him alive? I don't think he can. Morphling, he's got the Essence Ring. He's keeping himself alive, and he is just about going to survive for now, though. Moo jumping in as well. They're trying to take him down, but they won't be able to do so. Waveform from the sidelines from Pakas here, still finding this fight. KXY also going to be able to throw in a heal right now. The Ethereal Blade cancels out the Doom's right click. He's got another Infernal Blade available, and Pakas knows he's safe. He's out of the woods, gets himself back, and they'll kill off Envy whilst they're at it. Infamous still taking steps forwards in this game to try and get this one into the bag. And Alka's Wise going in. He's got himself a duel. He's looking for a cheeky one onto the Lena here, and he's going to find this kill. That's another kill going their way. And now Pakas even wants to make it the full team wipe, and they will surround Big Daddy Fear, and they will take him the fuck down. That's going to be 5 heroes all dead on the side of Business Associates. A full team wipe from Infamous there. They got the Doom onto the Morphling without the Strength Morph, but it didn't make a difference. They still got nothing from it, and well, a very costly fight. Where does this leave us?
Radiant
I mean, BA, they're really just getting picked off one by one, and they keep fighting on their side of the map. They need to do something more aggressive, aggressive smokes, or, you know, some ways to catch off Infamous off guard. And now that the Morphling gets Aegis, I actually have no idea how BA come back from this situation.
Pretty dire.
Like, the way Infamous has been playing, I don't feel like they're gonna drop the ball, but the only way they actually lose from this situation is if they really, really, you know, mess up. Okay. Legion got 90 dual damage, by the way. Okay, it felt like this Legion was playing support Legion role, but he's actually doing a lot of work. And he's got a lot of damage as well.
Yeah, this kind of third core Legion doing hella work. Just finding nice duels, finding nice lockdowns, keeping the Doom target alive with these pressy attacks as well. There's a lot of value to be had from this Legion commander, and we're seeing it. And the middle tower falls. I mean, Business Associates, they've got a really tough job to defend this game.
Yeah, we should also mention that they really don't even have a vessel, right, on the side of Dire. I feel like Sanking probably should have built for that, honestly.
Yeah.
In this game, he was probably the best hero to go for it too, and it's not even a bad item for Sanking.
No.
I know it's kind of weak because the stats are not that good, but you kind of need that when you're playing against like Legion and Morphling. I know Legion can also remove it to press the attack, but like you can't always use press the attack, right, on every stun and the vessel and such and such. It kind of does help, like, the Doom also be able to kill the Morphling if he had that.
100%, yeah. It's, very questionable, I think, from BA not to have gone for that.
Did you see if the Midas multiplied? I missed it.
I wasn't watching, I'm afraid.
Damn it. That's literally the most interesting thing to watch.
That's Business Associates' comeback mechanic, right? Like, big Midas rolls, get that Vlad's.
Yeah, they need something. Actually, I would go Glimmer Cape in this game as an Ogre Magi.
Yeah, I
think that's probably more important against this E-Blade especially, right? You get some magic resist for yourself, but also if somebody's getting jumped, you can just E-Blade them right away so they don't get bursted. Uh-oh. Rip Sanking.
Yeah, he's very much dead. The duel comes down onto him, and that's going to be a Morphling coming in to make sure that happens. Meanwhile, Envy going for the BKB TP out. Going to be seen by Michael, but nothing to cancel out that BKB TP. So see you later, buddy. And up to 110 dual damage on the Legion Commander now. Scary stuff indeed. It's the extra bonus as well. Now it's already a flat number, the extra dual victory bonus. From 10, 18, 26 to 10, 20, 30.
I like that. It's good.
Yeah, it is nice.
Alright, here we go. Midas in 1 second. Let's go, baby. Let's go, Fear. Get in there. What? There's no creeps there, Fear. There's no creeps there, Fear. What are you doing?
Oh no, the efficiency. Does he want to eat some treants? Alright, this creep wave. Let's see.
Oh, this is not 2.
Not bad.
I mean, you can only get 2 anyway. It's 75% chance for the 2x.
Damn, he's got an 18 times multicast streak going in. A 1 in 1,000 chance.
He needs level 12, so he gets that 3x cast chance. That's what he's looking for right now.
How's his Arcana progress going? Oh no. So I think he's got 55 out of 500 gem points.
What's gem points? I actually don't have the Ogre.
I have no idea. I looked at it hoping it would tell me and it didn't. I think it's long multicast streaks. Pretty dull, to be honest.
Alright.
Shaker one's very cool, you know, damage double echo slams, pretty awesome.
It took me like 2.5 months or something to unlock the Shaker one, but it was worth it.
It's
dope. Didn't spam it, but it was fun.
It's a fun hero to spam, to be fair. Morphling the
Yoling
Yules
the
on the
BB.
high ground here. He's got that straight away. He's just going in. Look at this dude. He's on the high ground. And he's actually morphing Agi right now. If they doom him, he could be in trouble, but he doesn't doom him. And now he's going to get ultied up. The doom is going to get taken on down instead. Buyback from Envy off the bat. Packers with a huge mistake, but I mean, with that Aegis, they just didn't want to throw it in. But I don't know if they have the luxury of waiting. And now, well, the Morphling's just going to chill. Happy still on the front lines here. Drax comes in with a stun. Light Strike Array coming down as well. Made the finish off for the Laguna, but once again, unable to do so. OGA Magi trying to limp himself away from this one, but the Adaptive Strike will finish him off. Meanwhile, the side of Infamous coming up the high ground to help out their Morphling. Packers is just running away with this game, knowing he is just completely uncontested, doing what he wants, when he wants to, whomever he wants to. And they're going to take down the middle racks and probably get top as well here. This is just off an Ogre kill. This is nothing. Like, they are so far ahead at this point. They know they're not really afraid.
Doom also has to buy back there, so he's kind of scared. He doesn't want to die. And they, like I said, like they have Aegis, so this dude doesn't want to drop his Aegis. I mean, the Doom on him. But it might make sense to actually do it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like you have to kill him to be able to fight.
Like this, yeah.
But
know,
maybe they were
you can
thinking they could get
Alright.
some backline jumps, you know, like try to
Yeah.
get the Ember or LC or something with the Doom. But the Morphling just sitting in front, blocking off all the ways that they can initiate. Oh, here we go.
Here's a fight, yeah, they're going to get the duel out onto the Doom, and that's just an immediate dieback from Envy, but there's a lot of damage coming down onto this, but no, he gets the cheese up on the Morphling. He's going to be okay. Meanwhile, Brax coming to the backline, trying to drop down the epicenter and do a bit of damage, but it's not really doing much. Nice first strike, through onto two. Going to take down the Ember and the Morphling, actually, so this might be the fight they were looking for. Let's see what they can do with this. Excel's going to get taken down as well. KXY with a blink away should be safe, but no, Brax is on his heels. Snaking coming in as well. He's got a Light Strike Array and the Yules if he can close the gap here onto KXY, and that he absolutely can. Michael coming around from the side here might be able to make something happen with this as it disarms out onto the Lina, but they will be able to take down KXY all the same. Roche still not up, because they only just took down the Aegis, that is. Meanwhile, Michael's on a bit of a run here. I think he's going to be safe.
So initially they didn't go on him because he didn't have his Aegis was actually running out, right, in the mid lane. So they actually just sacrificed the racks because the Aegis was running out very shortly. And in the mid lane, the Aegis out, they were smoking downwards and then got caught, intercepted by business associates. That was actually a really nice kill onto the Morph. Ursa is actually becoming very strong now too.
Yeah, it was a hell of a lot of stun coming out onto the Morphling there, actually. They Light Strike Array, they Light Strike Array him again, Burrow Strike, Fire Blast, like everything they've got, and then the S just pounds away at him the whole time and takes him down.
Yeah. He's actually going for the BKB anyway, even though he has SNY Satanic, because he realizes that there's actually just way too many disables.
Yeah, there is.
And this Ursa can just burst them down, like if they chain all the disables.
Exactly. That's exactly what happened, yeah. So, maybe there's still a bit of life in this game from Business Associates after all. What would you call this one now? What are your chances looking like for Business Associates?
I still think it's like 70% in favor of Infamous at the moment.
Well, Dota Plus says 78% for Infamous. I think.
I mean, the only reason
75.
why I didn't give him more is because this Morph just died, and I don't know what his mindset is right now.
Yeah, true,
Like,
true. That's a psychological
sometimes,
factor.
yeah, sometimes these guys die and they just lose focus of the game, and then whatever happens next could be really, really weird. Like, they're smoking up right now. Doom can easily get a Doom on this Morphling if possible. He won't die.
He's got a Strength Wolf coming though. They do throw out the Doom though, but he's going to get woken up by KXY. Can they keep him alive through the Doom? I think they probably can. With all this status resistance, it's not going to last that long, and maybe they can look for the turnaround of the fight now. Meanwhile, an ulti onto the Sankey on the backline is beautiful from Excel here. He's going to trade his life for it, but Brax will die. And actually, the sleep comes on to Ursa, keeping it alive. And now Packers just going out of the front lines, takes down Fear, and now the duel comes down onto Ursa. It's another target here. Snaking coming along here, just going to Laguna up Excel. Meanwhile, Packers looking for a target. Slow's coming out onto Moo here. Moo's going to pop the BKB because he doesn't have anything else to do here. He doesn't have a TP, he doesn't have a way out of this fight. He is just gonna die, so he's trying to find a kill with it. But Envy's actually jumping in on this. They might be committing, and I don't know why. Envy had a chance to get away, but chooses to run back in. Now he has to get himself out. Meanwhile, the Luna gets killed off on the backlines. Pekka's still trying to chase down Envy right now. Envy might not be that easy to catch, though. He's got himself a blink, gets into the trees, and TPs himself away. Meanwhile, Roche still going to be down, but going to be up in 10 seconds. It's a very short cooldown on Roshan. If they know about this, they would certainly wait around, but they don't.
Easy, says Morphling.
Yep. Yeah, he's
he got doomed for like what, 8 seconds or something. Like, that's all that
8 seconds.
lasts on him, and he just runs it out. There was also a Force Staff on the Bane that helped him get away, so Lina couldn't get any follow-up disables as well. And now the game is looking mighty over because there's no Doom up. I mean, Ursa can buy back, and they will take one more fight at least, but we'll see how it goes.
I love this Bloodlust Moldy-Shot Tower. It's doing work. Meanwhile, they might have found Excel on the side here. This could be the urge for the fight they're looking for. Morphling focusing on the towers right now, though. Meanwhile, I think they're actually backing out here. They're scared. Yeah, Excel's dead. Like so, maybe turning it around, finding the Jewel out onto the Ursa. They'll take it down. Envy taking a ton of damage as well. Paka's just doing way too much at this point. The right click comes in, gets the kill. Envy and Ursa are both dead, and they will end game number 2 on a high. And that's going to be a triple kill for Pakas, and the Ancient will fall. My goodness, Infamous, they take game number 2 and through a huge Morphling game, a huge performance from Pakas this game.
Yep, I mean, this Morphling they just left him alone. Mid lane kept farming and let him farm. He farmed his way to an E-Blade. I think he was just so slow on trying to run into Infamous jungle and make some plays happen. They did really well in the lanes, right? Like Sanking did okay. The Ursa did okay and such, but maybe they just weren't playing aggressive enough onto Infamous side. And Doom probably didn't need to save his Doom only for the Morphling in the early game. He could have used that to like bring some momentum to his team first.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that. I think the Doom was just kind of, you know, in theory, he's the Morphling counter. In practice, he's kind of needs to be a bit more than that. You can't have a mid laner who's just a Doom on legs, which tries to look for the Morphling all game. Meanwhile, the Morphling farms, kills other stuff, gets more on the map, and just generally has much higher game impact than Envy did. You know, the fact that he was 0-0-0 by like, what was that, like 15 minutes in? Pretty problematic, I would say.
Yeah, and I also think the choice to put Morphling middle and the Legion on the silent was amazing by Infamous. Because normally you have this Morphling carry or something, but if he went as a carry, he would be playing against the Lina Sanking lane, and that would have been disastrous for him. So reading that there's a Doom mid, it just made it so much easier for him to play. And Doom is not this conventional mid laner. He's not one of these Void Spirit, Queen of Pain, Ember heroes, right? Who can get runes and gank the silence. Like Doom doesn't even want to get runes. So both teams not having these heroes who need to control runes and gank silence actually made it favorable for the Morphling. Because normally Morph, if he plays against like a Quap or an Ember, what ends up happening is while he's farming, his team on the silence keep dying with the runes that these active mid laners take and TP2 other lanes.
Yeah, but Doom just didn't really have the game impact, unfortunately, and it did end up looking a little bit awkward, but plenty to say about it, and plenty more to digest, but we are going to take it over to a short break, and then we're going to be back with game number 3 of Infamous versus Business Associates. Who's going to take it? You'll have to wait and find out with more OGA Dota Pit action coming up after the short break.